Hey, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Legendary V19 here, and today we have a game for you in a Helena, even though it doesn't matter what ship I'm using at the moment. Pardon me, kinda sick, but hey, I had to make this video. It was an important video to make. I could use a different map, it doesn't matter, but right now Crash Zone is the one that suffer the most out of all of these maps, that they have each cap for every team and one naked, which the mistake that everybody does is focus on the one which is the biggest problem, and it's Charlie. And that's the biggest mistake you can do in every map that has one cap for each team, and you focus on the one that's empty. Even though I like whenever it's possible, when you just spawn in Charlie, focus on it, but don't make it as you expecting the whole team to come with you and take that one cap, because on this specific map, Crash Zone is where everybody basically crashes, because they don't focus on what's the most important, which is the Bravo. We spawn here. I'm not gonna push straight away for Bravo, of course, because we are in a cruiser, so we don't want to get spotted and get deleted with one salvo. We have a destroyer in a division, and that's a very important thing to do. Have either a destroyer that hopefully knows what he's doing, or a destroyer that is already in a division with you, and make sure he's gonna spot for you to just let you know what's going to be spotted here. So before that happens, you must have one thing as a destroyer, which is twist and track, so you can follow any destroyer that spawn on your side if there is more than one destroyer, because it's very important, because as long as more than one, two or three, there is a big possibility that one of the three should be here where we spawn. So right now we're not gonna shoot straight away, we wait until we get behind the island. Ismail, it's a very dangerous ship. Even though, as I said, we're not gonna talk too much about the ships right now. This is a very good example though. Even though I played the tier 6 because I really like the new camouflage for the Helena, and I just end up having this game, which is not a huge damage, but end up with very nice results in the end. But of course we don't want to get hit by Ismail, because I use the Ismail a lot and I know how dangerous it is when you get shot by that thing, because it's a cruiser dealer, so it has so many guns, they go straight in, they don't even take too much time to fly, and they can just dash strike you. Even though you're at Helena, who knows, maybe in this distance. It happened to me before where I delete Helena, but it's very rare, usually you get overpens. But right now we see the egghead. It was spawned over there, even though, as you can see on the map, because that's where we focus right now, I have a cruiser and I have my teammate, and they're not wasting their time. They know that something is over there, and he's trying to point at me and point at the cruiser that is going with him, even though the cruiser is not going to survive for long. Why? Because of situational awareness. So thankfully the first enemy destroyer went down. Another destroyer will go down soon as well. Another destroyer will go down soon as well. Why? Because the biggest mistake, which is going after a cruiser. You never just want to do your best and gun down a cruiser, or even try to torp him, even though you're gonna do it and probably going to hit it with torps. It's never oh fuck me. It's never a good result to give up a destroyer for a cruiser. If you give up a cruiser for a destroyer, I mean, you're doing your job, but if it's more than one destroyer in the game, you kind of wasted your ship. And now you see why we came over here to help our teammate, because the cruiser didn't even survive for a second. He got torp or whatever happened to him. He was on medical support, and we're just gonna help our teammate to take care of the terrible, which is played really terrible. And now we're gonna move on. We already have a teammate focusing on Bravo Cap, which is very good move by him. And even if he didn't do that, we will do it for him. It doesn't really matter. We already lost everything in Charlie at the moment, so That's when everyone does the biggest mistake, because before I'm even editing, not exactly editing, but just add my commentary, because I prefer to not edit the videos at all, so you can see every single second and every moment I decide to do something, which is the best you can do for that game. Don't just cut moments, because then you end up having moments where anyone that watches your video wondering what you did at that moment that is not even in the game. But if you look on the map, which is I like to look a lot, sometimes you can just see me not even moving my ship because that's where I'm looking. I just move the video very quick on the program that I use it for me to add my voice. And the quicker you move it, you can see on the map like mini ants how the ships are keep moving. And if you look in a fast forward version, even on YouTube you can do that, you can see how our team does the biggest mistake. We have two caps, and what they doing? They go in between A and B and just, I don't know, go like Spartans and go there and die one by one, which is the wrong move to do. Either you're in a cross zone or any other map, whenever you have two caps to the enemy one, you basically don't even need to care about that one cap. You can basically position yourself and protect the two that you already have. I know it sounds too simple, it's not always so easy to do it. Nothing is easy to do, it's easy to say, but whenever it's possible, you can do whatever you want in this game. Especially when you have a teammate like I have here, which I ask for a smoke just to hold into my health, because we never know what our team is going to do, because at the moment you can see how many people we have in the game. We are 3 versus, I don't know, we was 5 of them, which is a big advantage for them. And the enemy didn't do anything wrong. They did their best to come back and obtain their base, which that's why we are here, to stop that. And we're gonna succeed. It's very easy to do it once you have a plan, and that's the whole thing of just surviving. Have a plan before you even move your ship, understand where the enemy ship is going to be. It's so simple. Right now we are here, we know approximately, pardon my English, I don't know how to explain it. We know kinda where most of the enemies are. We know that it is on the right, other ship is gonna give up its ship, so I'm gonna end up being on my own with my own teammate. We know that New Mexico is coming. It's a big possibility that he will keep going that way and come the same way like most of the teammates of his team did, which is come from that gap where all of our teammates died as well. We saw that another destroyer was here. Why? Because I was still spotted and I knew something was here. Now here I got too overconfident, so I completely forgot about the New Orleans, but hey, we're gonna angle right back in, take care of that destroyer and just focus on the New Orleans. So how many kills we have? 3 kills. Why? Because we position ourselves and we make sure we don't allow them to pass through that gap. It's so simple. We have so many islands to get protected. So I'm not too afraid of New Orleans because it has no torpedoes. I have no torpedoes and he knows that, I know that. And it's up to who is gonna do the first mistake. First mistake I did is when I opened up my ship to take care of that destroyer, and it was a mistake. But hey, mistakes are happening. We just angle back in as quick as possible and we win the fight. It took longer than I was expected. I didn't want to get so many overpens even though he was broadside. Usually it's guaranteed to get some city towers, but whatever, it is what it is. We save our hit points and now is the critical moment where we decide what to do over here. And it's very simple. We basically need to have patience. We don't want to go for the other cap because we know once we go over there, the battleship will have his guns on us. So we make sure our team doesn't die, our teammate, yeah, doesn't die, and he's just gonna keep those guys spotted. He doesn't have enough health to deal with them a hand, so we're gonna do it for him. There you go. The strike and get the Kraken, of course, and soon we're gonna get another medal. As you see, not a lot of damage, but hey, it's all about winning the game one way or another. Because as long as you see streams that I do, because for anyone who doesn't know, I do a lot of streams weekly whenever I have time off from work. Because if I don't have, usually I have some time in the morning, but in the morning most of you don't have time to watch because it's too early. Most of my viewers are from America and I live in Ireland. The time difference is around 5 or 6 hours. So whenever it's possible I do a stream, usually long enough so I can catch up with as many people possible. Some of you maybe just wake up, some of you on your lunch, some of you just finish working. So I'm trying my best. If you don't want to lose any of this, you can just subscribe and get a notification whenever I'm going live and have some fun. It might get boring sometime, depends on how many people I have in the chat, and the more people talk about something, I can keep the conversation going. But as long as I'm in division as well, we have a wonderful time. Like last time I streamed, which was yesterday before I released that video here, and we had so much fun, had a few great highlights. But hey, whenever you're sick like I am right now, it kinda drags you down. But back to the game, as you see, New Mexico was trying to trick me as I was going on the other side. He has a very good rudder and turning circle, so he was able to come all the way around and point his ship from where he came from. What he will not understand is that we already saw that, and we are going on the opposite side. Because right now, we're winning on points, my teammate is very low on health, so we have nothing else to do. Those are the moments where you just sit there and chill, and you appreciate every movement that you did, and you're basically doing that and your team is looking at you being dead and they just cheer like fucking cheerleaders. You're like, oh, come on, Helena, kill him. I'm like, no, I don't want to do it. I prefer to stay alive and get the best momentum I can get, so I can go for the 6-pack. Yes, I'm 28, so before I reach my 30s, I want to get 6-pack. I don't want a 1-pack, which I have right now. But hey, that's another story for another time. Anyway. Right. And that's, as you see, it's a moment when you kinda, as a viewer, feel boring watching, but for me, appreciating what I did with my teammates for the team, it's a moment to just enjoy. And of course, imagine the pain behind the battleship, which did all this circle and then turned all the way around thinking he's going to get us. And now that's the right time to do it, which is asking my teammate, hey, do you have another smoke? Yes, I do. So I'm going there. We're gonna calculate how long it's going to take for that slow battleship to come all the way around, and we're not spotted anymore. So he will not expect me to do what I'm doing. If I remember, he might try to blind fire me, but hey, we put the plane up, we have a smoke, and time to burn out, because I had enough patience. I have enough time in the smoke that I can just completely burn out the New Mexico, so we're just gonna do that. And again, it doesn't matter, we play tier 6, it's a tier 5, you can do that in any type of tier. Especially if you do it in a legendary tier, the game will probably be over anyway, because legendary tier, the brain cells are getting lost. You know, you become legend, but becoming legend is just losing some brain cells. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, I prefer to sit on tier 5 and 6 and just have fun over there, and do some legendary tiers once in a while. But hey, that's the game for today. We managed to do what we had to do, which the plan was to hold the 2 caps. It's so simple. Just have a plan and stick to it, and have a teammate that it's not gonna throw the game for you like the rest of the team did. And there you go, top of the leaderboard with a 6-pack. Like and subscribe for more tips, and I will see you next time. Take care.